Okay guys, so I wanted to take a second here to go over the Inspire SQR1 squat rack features, okay? I know we've done a video on this before, but it was kind of, a review was kind of just like an in general review. I wanted to go a little more in depth, okay? So before we do that, I want to go over the price and what I kind of, in my opinions, on it first. So first, the price is about $700 or $699 on their site. Of course, right now it is out of stock as we are in the pandemic, but this thing expected to be coming back in stock very soon here. The rack itself is very nice. I do like it. So my thoughts so far on the rack, it's a great rack. It has everything you need. It has everything you would want on a rack, except one thing. If you're doing pull-ups on it, pull bar just like the cable machine, pull bar's a little low. Okay, you're gonna have to bend your knees a lot and your angle if you're doing pull-ups. Okay. So here's what I'm talking about with the pull-up. Right, I gotta move this bar a little quick here, but here's what I'm kind of talking about. All right. So I'm about 6'1", right, and I can reach up to this bar about right here. Now, if I try and do a pull-up, right, just standing up, probably won't work. I have to bend my knees here and then pull up, right, just like that, which is a lot better. I can still get the full range of motion. It's just had to bend my knees. If you're a person who's 6'3", 6'4", like the cable machine, this may not work for you at all for pull-ups, all right? You're gonna have to bend your knees quite some if you can do pull-up on here. Everything else is great. I do love just every feature it has. You definitely get what you pay for, possibly more than that. I definitely got more than we paid for, especially during quarantine. So if you're trying to build your home gym, this could be a rack for you. And also, one more thing, if you want to store your barbell, right? If you don't want to keep it on the rack, if you want to store this guy right here, easily just put it right here in the bar holder. I mean, I don't use it, but I basically just keep the bar on the rack for the most part. I actually don't think I ever use it, maybe once or twice, but it's not really needed. It's not. It's kind of what it is. That's one thing. Another thing is that it can only hold about 600 pounds. Like if you're like a power lifter, if you're the average person, that would be an issue. But if you're a power lifter, if you just don't lift under 600 pounds, then this may be the rack for you. Sometimes it can rattle a little bit when you're squatting or benching or whatever. But you can do everything you can possibly imagine on this rack. It's a rack. It does what it's supposed to do, and it has great quality along with it. Your money's going to go a long way. And the spotting handles, I'm going to talk about this in a second here. Spotting handles are very nice. I've actually been shocked at the durability. But we're gonna get into all the features right now. Let's go. Yeah, so one feature I really like is these spotting I don't handle whatever it is, but a spotting handle. So why I like it is because they're very strong. They're very strong. Okay, these things I have dropped probably about, I would say I dropped a 400-pound squat on before. Just I couldn't get the weight up. It just went bam, just like that, and these things held it very well. Still, I've dropped actually more weight than that. If you don't have a spotter, don't go heavy. But like if you have these things, it's honestly probably just as good as a spotter. Keep in mind though, if these give out, then you're kind of screwed. But first of all, the reason why they're so durable is because they have this like hook in here. This hook, it hooks onto the rack here, so it's very tough to kind of break. Because if you go slam like this, it really doesn't move. It's very nice. I like that feature a lot. Next thing is that it can hold a lot of weight on each side. So right now I have about 4 plates on this side, three plates on this side. I have the other one on the Titan fitness machine there. Review linked up there. But anyway, so I like how it can handle so much weight on each side. You know, like if you put like eight freaking barbells in here, it'll still hold up very well. Another thing is how stable the rack actually is itself. Like, so if you're gonna bench, squat, or deadlift really heavy, or even rack pull, this rack can handle all that, and even more so. Like I said, the limit here is about 600 pounds. So you can see right there, it's 600 pounds. But then again, keep in mind, 600 pounds to the average person is very heavy, so to speak. I could probably do 600 pounds. I just haven't tried it yet. But then again, you have to think about practicality a little bit here and what you actually want this rack for. I do love it just in general. It's helped me all through quarantine, through the pandemic. I really don't have any complaints with it. Although, one thing, when you bench, right? So when you bench, I recommend if you have a spotter, okay? Do not bench without a spotter. Heavy, at least, okay? Go very light, okay? Not light, but just still challenge yourself. Which is, if you have heavy weight, just don't risk it. But these guys can get in the way of your bench. The bar path. So if you have a bench, right, depends how high the bench is. If you have a bench right here, right, the bar path tends to hit these spot. I don't even know what to call them, like spotter handles, or I don't know what to call them that right now. But you cannot get the full range of motion just because of how they're positioned, right? And that can be a pretty big issue for just if you want to bench, you want to like bounce off your chest or come onto your chest and back. And you have to try not to hit your chest. Sorry, not to hit these bars. It's possible, but then again, you have to really try. If I want to bench, all right, I'm gonna have to come right here, and obviously I'm gonna have to unrack the bar, right, like this, right? Now here's the kicker. Watch how the bar hits the spot handles, right? Watch the ram coming down, and bam. See how I'm not touching my chest here? I'm about ½ inch away. I press back up. Again, can't really get the full range of motion. Back up. Now, it's close, right? Now, a solution I do for this is I take off these spine handles. All you do is pull this right here off the rack here. Pull this head off. Pull this head off here. Now, if we bench, we're able to get the full range of motion, but you don't have a spotter, which is a sacrifice you may have to overcome, or just don't bench heavy in general or have a spotter. There's not really any real solution to it besides taking off the spine handle. I still don't know what to call them, but yeah, that's another issue. Although there's a lot more advantages than disadvantages, I would like to see Inspire change that in the future. With the future squat racks, maybe I already did. I have to look at this site, but another issue I kind of have a big gripe with this rack here. Another thing I like is that they have two plate holders here. The plate holders are very nice. I do like I said before, whole lot of weight. You can put more down there. Now, if you're trying to put 45s on there, it won't work because, as you can see, a 25 barely fits on here. So you might have a little trouble with that. I think that's the most you can do is a 35 on the lower one if you have 45s up here. I don't know. I mean, you can try it, but I don't think it'll work. Okay, and it even says here, right here, you see right here, use without a spotter. Failure to do so could result in serious destruction. Yeah. Okay. So, moral of the story is, it is a rack. It does have spotting. It does have spotting handles, but just be careful. Please be careful. Please, guys. This is a quality rack. It'll save you in the long run. But just please be smart with it. Okay, be smart. Anyway, so that's kind of all I got. If you do want to grab some weight clips, you're gonna have to buy them at a separate store, separate wherever. You're gonna have to buy these separately. Okay, but kind of all I got. There's obviously a lot more advantages than disadvantages to this rack here. I'm not saying that it's a whole rack is awful. No, it's actually a great rack. It has a lot of quality and a lot of things going for it. But that's what I got for this video. If y'all enjoyed this review, kind of like the features of it. Is it worth it? I do think it's worth it. I have got my money's worth long term for sure. Had it for like 4 years. $700 goes a long way, so especially during a pandemic and quarantine, because you can definitely do everything you can on that rack you can in a corporate or regular gym or private gym, whatever it is. But that's all I got. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you really enjoyed this video, I want to see more videos just like this. Make sure to like and subscribe. But guys, make sure to stay fit, yourself, and stay fit, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.